Melissa Westcott, Campus Director here at the Moncton campus at Eastern College. Join us in conversation on how we can help you become job ready.
I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds, and it's an absolute pleasure to be in conversation here at Eastern College in beautiful Moncton, New Brunswick, and talking to people that are making a real difference in other people's lives, making sure they're on the right path and being successful and happy in their life. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Muskan Verma. I'm International Education Consultant at Eastern College, and I work with the international students who are outside of Canada. So I basically help their student journey from back home and bringing them to all the way to Moncton and like New Brunswick in general to Eastern College.
Wow, that's a cool job. So
Yeah.
you're probably talking to people from around the globe.
That's right.
Trying to explain where Moncton, New Brunswick is,
Yes.
first and foremost, right? And then trying to explain sort of the putting that in context of Canada and then sort of the work system in Canada. That must be really rewarding work to watch it all work out for you.
That's right, yeah. Sometimes it gets a little challenging because people are not really aware of where Atlantic Canada is because it's still like international students, they really don't know. When they think of Canada, they think of going to Ontario or BC, like the bigger provinces. So when I say, okay, it's Maritimes, it's Atlantic Canada, and then I start explaining more, they're like, oh my God, this is so cool. And I talk about what you can explore in New Brunswick. And then they were like, oh my God, this is like such a part in Canada that's not been explored before. So they are like really interested to come here, and then there's like so many great programs by the government for international students. So it's really encouraging to move to Atlantic Canada for that reason.
You're not only a consultant in the education field, but you're also promoting this part of the world internationally. That's
right.
pretty amazing when you think about it. It must be complex for people to go through the process of leaving somewhere else, coming to Canada, enrolling in a program. Talk to me about how you help them break all those barriers down.
So I was an international student myself. That's how I started my journey in Canada. So it was like about 5 years ago. So I understand all the steps and the challenges they have to overcome to come here and then get settled in Canada. So our first interaction starts when they apply, and then I have a video call with them, like on a Teams meeting, and I get to see them, and then sometimes they show me around where they are sitting, and sometimes they show me the background. It's just so beautiful to watch, and sometimes there are kids popping in the background and say hi, and I want to be there. So that's where it starts, and then we get in the documents, we have a chat, and then it's a big journey because now there's like so many complications by the government side. So there's so many paperwork, additional paperwork. So we have Student Services Department for international students. So myself and Student Services, we work together, and then we basically help the student get everything ready before they arrive. And we also do like a pre-arrival orientation where we tell them, okay, before you come, so this is what you're gonna encounter at the airport. The immigration gonna ask you these questions, and you have to show this letter so you know you can pass through the border and all of that. So we prepare them like very well before they even arrive here.
Wow, so you just help them through the whole part of their journey. What must it feel like for you watching somebody where you had that video call somewhere foreign and you don't, it's a part of the world perhaps you've never been to, and then watching them walk across the stage and graduate?
Oh my gosh, that is giving me goosebumps right now because I have seen like my students walking through the stage, and that first initial call, first when they come here, I still have goosebumps. Like I know where they started from, right? And then once they're here, sometimes they're just so happy. They come see me and they give me a hug. Like we become like a family because we are talking for months. There's like a back and forth conversation before they come here. They start their journey, so it's almost like a family at this point. And then when I see them walking through that stage, it's like that's my girl. Like I brought her here. Like she was my like I was her first point of contact, and like look where she made it so far. So it's such a proud feeling seeing them walking across the stage, and especially knowing sometimes that they don't have family there on their graduation. So at that point I am their family because we have been together in this journey from like very starting. So it's really rewarding. I love it. Like, oh my God, this is what drives me every day, like seeing them walking across the stage.
You know, that's what you've just described there is beautiful, but it also talks to me about the level of commitment that Eastern College has to making sure people are successful. You're with folks for months to get them across that stage. Like for months, even before they walk in the door of the college,
right.
You're with them to help them right up to and including what's going to happen at the airport when they arrive.
Yeah.
Like that's not really offered by everybody in life. That's a real nice thing for Eastern College to provide. And I think you summarized it best when you said we're like family. Talk to me about the importance of being like family.
Well, as like when as an international student, because I have been through that journey. So when you have somebody that you are talking to, either it's like a college, it's like a educational institute, you are talking to this person, you have seen them on a video call, they know it's legit and they are there. And then seeing them and coming here, seeing them in person, and like that person is walking you through the whole process and getting you settled. It doesn't even finish when they come here in the school. Like we also help them, like as a family member would help somebody, when they come to a new country. Okay, now you have to go get your driver license. You have to go to Service Canada to get your SIN. This is where you get your medical insurance. So everything like a family does for a family member, the same thing we do to make sure that they are settling here and they're not only doing well in their academics, but in a life, and they're becoming the person they wanted to and the dream they had when they moved to Canada. So I want to make sure, because I didn't had nobody when I came here. I was 19-year-old and I had nobody. When I went to my college, I didn't had anybody to ask questions to. So I sometimes I feel like I wish I had somebody. I would have been probably even a better place in my life. So I want to be that person, because I don't want to leave anybody hanging and like figuring out, okay, what do I do? Because it's a very big country and there's so many different challenges that you might encounter. So I want to be that person. And when they are successful in their life, they have their kids and everything, and then they are thinking, oh, that's where I started and I remember her. So that's what I sometimes do with my instructors I had, because there was this one instructor that really left an impression, and I still think about it and we still talk, and I want to be that person for my student.
Well, there you go. You want to be that person. That's a great way to summarize what you do. So if there's somebody out there right now looking to make that shift in their life, looking to come to Canada, perhaps try something different, you're in their court.
Absolutely.
Great to be in conversation with you.
Yes, absolutely. Same here.
Thank you for joining us today. Reach out at easterncollege.ca to learn more about how we can help you ring this bell.